Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Overflow. In this video, we will look into this LeetCode problem, course schedule 3. It is a hard type problem, and also remember there are other two versions of this course schedule available previously, course schedule 1 and course schedule 2. So let's deep dive and see what this question is all about. Before that, if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure to subscribe this channel to get regular LeetCode videos and programming concepts. Let's see what the question is telling us. So it says there are n different online courses numbered from 1 to n, and you are given an array courses where course of I contains like duration I and the last day. So that's a 2D array being given to us. And it says that this course of I indicate that the ith course should be taken continuously for a duration of I. That's the duration I, like the course duration we have, and must be finished before last day. So whatever the last day is, it should be like before or on the last day, it should be finished. Okay. So you will start on the first day and you cannot take 2 or more courses simultaneously. So that means like we will go ahead from the first day and we will only take 1 courses at a time. So it should be like 1 courses continuous fashion. Okay. And then we need to return the maximum number of courses that we can take. So that's the idea behind this. So we should take up the maximum course for us. Let's understand this example we have been given over here. The example says it's like 100, 200. So 100 being the first course duration, and the 200 being the last date is 200. So then another one is 200, 1300, then 1000, 1200, 1250, and then it's like 2000 and 3200 is the values given to us in the courses. And it says like the output is 3. The explanation goes as like there are total 4 courses. Yes, we can see there are 4 courses, but we can tell only 3 at most. Why is it so? It says like first we take the first course, that is this one, okay, and it costs 100 days. So we will finish it in the 100th day, okay. So we are ready to take up any course on our 101st day, like the 101st day, right? And then we will take up this third course, and it costs us 1000 days, and it will finish it in 1000 like 1100th day, okay. So that's also less than 1250. So we can complete it in the third day, and then in by 1100 days, and then we're ready to take up the next course by 1100 first day, right? Then it says we should take up the third like the second course we have over here, and it takes it cost us 200 days, so we ended up in 1300 days. So we cannot take the fourth course because like it will exceed the 1300, like 3200 mark, and it will end up in 3300 mark. So we cannot take up this particular course we have. So it's, look here, it says return the maximum number of courses. So when it says return the maximum number of courses, so you cannot say like why we didn't take up this 2000 course before and then we can choose something else. So if we have chosen 2000 course, like the number of days being 2000 being the first case, first course being taken, then look, we cannot take either of the any of the other courses we have, right? So that would ended up being answer being 1, and that's not the maximum number of courses that we can take. So our idea is to maximize. When you look at something like maximize our idea or minimize our idea, remember, we more or less first intuition should be thinking towards a greedy approach to this type of questions. Okay. All right. Let's we'll discuss the approach to this question a bit later. Let's see what are the other examples we have over here. So in the next example, it says we have like whatever like is we have like 1 and 2 like single courses there. It takes 1 day and the maximum number of days is 2. So obviously we can take it up. And there's another one, and it says like we have the first course takes 3 days, like it has a duration of 3 days, but we have a time limit of for like 2 days. So obviously we cannot take that. Like 3 days is greater than 2 days, so we cannot take that. And next is 4, and we have a like duration is 4 days, and we can last date is 3. So obviously we cannot take up that as well. So it ended up in a 0 as an answer. And looking at the constraints, what else we have? We have like the course length. This array given to us is like can have a maximum length of 10 to the 4. All right. And this another one, like the duration of the last day is also in the form of 10 to the 4. Like the maximum it can go to 10 to the 4, and it's like minimum is 1. So you know that it's like at least one element, like at least one element like this should be there in our courses array. Okay, let's be sure about. Okay. Now we have an idea. Let's take another example and try to understand our this questions in a graphical manner and try to break down the question and visualize what we have over here. All right. So here we are in our whiteboard, and let's take another example to see what we have over here. So we have like there are a few courses, like you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 courses are there in our courses array. Consider them, and then in each of them we have their duration and the last date given to us. Now think of something. What if we take up a course and it has a last date, like if a particular course has a last date being a pretty high last date, like it can we can extend that course or we can delay the course to a pretty maximum values, then shouldn't we take up that course being later in the time? Like what I'm trying to say, look here, we have a course right over here that takes like 20 days, like the last date is 20 days, and there's another course right over here that's last day is 10 days, right? So when we have something like this, isn't it pretty obvious that if we take up this course first, there's no use. Like we have a like we have 20 days being the last day, so we can delay that course and take up other courses that have last date previously, like this 9 have last date previously. If we delay this particular course, we can take up this 9-day course before that, and then actually we can take up this like 10-day courses. That would like still that 10-day course will end up having like completing, right? So in that case, what we need to do is like sort our array, like sort this courses array based on this last date. Like whatever the last date is, it should be ascendingly, the whole array should be sorted in ascending order based on the last day we have in our course, like the particular course have a last date. Okay, so let's just sort our array and just try to see how this array actually going to look. See here, I just sorted this array, and this one is our sorted array. Okay, so that's the sorted array we have over here. And look how this actually works. So we have a first course that takes 10 days, like a last day is 10 days, and it takes somewhat around 9 days as is the course timing we have over here, and that takes 10 days. Then we have another one that takes 12 days, like the last day is 12 days, and we have a course timing like duration is 3 days. Look, why we sorted actually. The thing being, we take up say the first course as the 9-day course, okay, and then we end up having 3 more days to finish our second course within 12 days, right? So by 12th day, our second course will also get finished, right? So if by the 12th day, then we will take up this 7, like the third course, see, like it will take up 12 plus 7, that is 19, and thus we can see that will exceed, but we will look how this actually works. We'll see this in a graphical format. I'm just trying to say like that was the reason. See, we actually sorted our array based on our last date. Now, let's see this in a bit graphical format, okay? What I mean by a graphical format is, say we have like this one is our array over here. So I'm just trying to zoom out a bit and say like, let's pull this down over here, okay? So thus we have an array over here, okay? And thus you can see that this is the array, and I just drew a timeline for us that this is like the being 20 being why we took up 20 as a number of days. The main idea is 20 being the maximum number of days, right? So when 20 being the maximum number of days, that means whatever course we have in our courses list, all of them should be completed on or before 20th day, right? Thus we can maximize the number of courses we can take, right? So that was the idea we have. So how will we go ahead and do that? So let's do this one by one. So for the ease, what I took like this courses timing, each of the courses timing based on this timing we have over here. Okay, so we'll keep on placing them on our timeline and see what happens when we try to place them. So we see that the first course for us is 9 and 10. Like the maximum duration is 10 days, and the first course like the duration, the last day is 10 days, and the duration is 9 days. So we take up a 9-day block. See, you can see like it's a 9-day block, and we take up that for us, okay? Like thus we see, like we take out the first course and it blocks our first 9 days. All right. The next one is that we have here is the 3-day course. So we take up a 3-day course and we block the next 3 days, okay? So our 3 days block like 10, 11, 12. So thus we can see by 12th day, within the 12th day, our third course is actually getting completed, right? Now, the next thing, we have a 7-day course. So we have a 7 days course. You can see that's a 7-day course, and we need to finish it by our 17th day. But look, if we place our 7-day course, it is not finishing in the 17th day. It is it is taking few more days for us to to actually find out like the excess number of days. So we have a conflict over here. We need to maximize our courses, but we find out that we cannot fit in our third course because we are going ahead of its last day timing. Now we need to check over here that whatever with the largest time we have previously, if we replace that with our current course, can we reduce our time? Like, can we reduce our maximum time we took? So let's have a check. We have a course over here. That's the 7-day course. So the size is a bit smaller and lesser. So the gapping is being different. So let's continue with that. So we find that the maximum course still now in our schedule is a 9-day course. And if we change that with our 7-day course, so it will actually reduce our time, like the maximum time we needed for that. So let's remove our 9-day course, and in place of that, place our 7-day course. Okay. I'm actually sorry because like the gapping between the first two time is actually less than the average gapping between all of them. So it's like the spacing is actually changing from here and there. So it's okay. We'll look into that further. So we'll there's a course over here. Okay, we added our 7-day course in the beginning. So we cannot actually add our 7-day course in the beginning. So what we'll do, we will add our 3-day course. We'll take up that one, and then we'll go ahead and add our 7-day course. So it's like 3 plus 7 will end up in our 10-day course. Okay. So that's the basic idea behind this. So we find that we ended up 2 courses within 10 days, which earlier we used to take 12 days. So thus we are kind of being greedy in our approach and trying to reduce the number of time taken to the total time taken. Okay. Then what? Then we find out that there's an 4-day course. Okay, there's a 4-day course, and we need to plus in our 4-day course over here. Again, that small issue is there because the first 4 spacing is being smaller. So it's a 4-day course. 10 plus 4 is like more or less 14 days we have taken up. So we find that we are okay, and we need to check one thing. The maximum duration, like the last date is 18 days, and we're ending it in our 14 days. So yes, we are good to go. Next is a 10-day course that is that it takes 19 is the last date. So let's try to put in here. We find that we are putting in our 10-day course over here, and we find that it goes beyond like the 19 days limit we have over here, right? So the 19 days was the limit we have over here, and it goes beyond that. So now when you are facing the same issue, we need to check over here. What we need to check? We need to check the thing that what is the maximum duration course we have in our course list till now. So maximum duration course is the 7-day course we have over here. And in that case, what happens? Can we replace our 7-day course with our current duration course? The main idea should be when we can replace, it should reduce the total time taken, total course time taken. So is it reducing? No, it is a higher duration course, right? So it's not reducing our total time taken, rather it is increasing our total time taken, right? From 7 days, it is increasing 10 days. So we again cannot select that particular course. Now, what else we have over here? We have a 5-day course that should be finished within 20 days. That's the maximum time. So let's take up a 5-day course, right? That's a 5-day course. I will take that up and try to place it over here. Wow. I need to extend that again. Okay. So we got a 5-day course, and that should be done within over here. So look, what is the maximum last date we have? We have a last date of 20, but we can finish it up in the 19th day. Thus we find out, and yes, we can go ahead with that. So we added our 5-day course to our list. So we have this in our list. Okay. The next one is a 10-day course, and it should be finished within the 20th day. So thus we have another 10-day course. Yes, we have another 10-day course. It should be finished within 20th. So anyways, we can see that we cannot finish this 10-day course within the 20th day limit. So that now we need to again check it with our maximum duration course that we have in our list. So what we have, the maximum duration course in our list is the 7-day course. So if we replace our current duration course with the maximum duration course in our list, is it reducing the total time taken? No, because the maximum duration is a 7-day course, and we have here is a 10-day course. So anyways, we cannot replace that with our current course in the maximum course in the list with us, right? So for that, we cannot do this, we cannot shift this thing, right? So now we are end of the courses array, and now we need to check how many courses we actually could fit in within our maximum 20 days limit, like all the maximum limits. So we find that there are a total of 4 courses in our particular courses list, right? So that's the final answer we get, that we can take a maximum of 4 courses. And if our question had asked, like the question doesn't ask for that, like what's the total time taken for the maximize the number of courses being taken. So for that, you can find the total number is like 19 days is being taken over here. Okay. So that's the basic idea behind this whole question. So what we did step by step, first thing we spotted the array based on the last date duration, like the last date. Okay. And then we try to fit in each of the course. If we find out any course is not getting fit or any course is exceeding its last date, then we check for whatever the course we have in our current list. And whatever we have in our list, we'll check whether replacing the maximum duration course with our current duration course, we find it lesser or not. If we find it lesser, we'll replace that with our current course. Okay, so our current course will fit in and the maximum duration course will go out. So see, we are doing kind of a stuff where at every time if our course duration is exceeding our current limit, we need to check the maximum one. Look, whenever we need to continuously have a max in our hand, that's then the best way to go ahead as like using a priority queue. Okay, so priority queue helps us in this manner. How it does, it stores like the, if we have a max heap in our case, so it stores like the maximum value in the top of it at the root of the priority queue. Okay, and that's every time we need the max, we can simply check priority queue dot pick, or the topmost element will pick into the topmost element at the root of the element of priority queue, and thus we'll find what's the maximum, whether we can go ahead or not. So that's the basic idea behind this. Let's do some more coding, like do like code this particular concept we discussed for here, and let's try to understand how this actually can be done. All right, so here we can see what we exactly did till now. So we tried to have like the first thing we did was like sorting our array, the sorting our array based on our particular array index we had. Okay, like the last date duration. Okay, so that was what we are doing, like the last date duration, like that one is position, like the second position array. Okay, the next thing was we created a max tip. Yeah, so the I initially you see that I did a small mistake. I just created I named it as a max tip, but created a min hip. So I just changed it to a max tip using a comparator over here. Now, either you can do like if you don't understand how this works, you can just go ahead and write something like collections or reverse order. That will also do the same. Okay, but it's like we just reverse the order being the max tip being done over here. Okay. That's the particular idea over here. So the maximum elements would be the last. Now, next we took a variable called time, and this will help us to keep a watch on the total time we are taking with the number of courses being added to our list. So, okay, so that's the watch we had over here. Now, we are taking out each of the courses. Like if you understand, this is Java 8 for each loop. So we are just taking each of the array, each of the 1D array in the courses array. Okay, so we are like for each course array in our courses 2D array. What are we doing? We're just checking if the time plus our course of 0. And as course 0 is our duration for a particular course. If our time, like the total time we took till now, plus our course 0, like the duration of the particular course we are going through, is less than or equal to our max duration or the end date, or let us say the last date for the particular course. If this is so, like if it falls within our limit, we simply add our particular course duration to our maxim, and then we add the total time, increment of total time based on the like the course duration we have over here. Okay, and in any case, when we get like a greater value, like first we need to check whether our maxim is empty or not. If our maxim is empty, and we find that the particular course is not fitting in our particular last date, the same case what happened with us in the like example 3 given to us, right? So if we look into example 3, so look, so maxim is empty, and the total course duration is also less than the time over here, right? So in that case, we cannot fit in our course. So that's if we don't do anything for that, and ended up returning a 0 for our answer, right? So let's look into further this. So if our maxim is not empty, like we have some courses being added to us, and we'll check that the maxim to pick, being the maximum value course we have added to a course, is greater than our current course okay, like is greater than our current course timing, then what happens exactly? We go ahead and add like the for our time, we just add our current course duration and subtract our max hip.4 being the topmost like the maximum time we have over here. So we just add our current course duration and subtract our maximum course duration and then add our current course duration to our heap. Like the same thing what we did in our graphic, like what we saw just few minutes back. Okay, and after the whole thing, after we went through all of our courses, we just end up looking for how many courses are there in our max heap, like what is the size of the max heap thing remain with us. So we find the maximum size of the like whatever sizes remain with us, and we return that value to our final answer, being our final answer. Thus, you can see like that value is also getting accepted value, and we end up having our correct answer for that. So that's more or less the idea behind this question. So I hope I can make you understand how this particular question works. And don't worry about looking at the 36 ms being a huge time. Look here, you are just highly faster. Like this is a highly optimized code. If we just look, if I just try to explain you the exact time complexity of this particular course over here, then like the time complexity is actually order of n, like n log n. Why is it so? Like at most n elements are added to the queue. So here you can see like the how many elements are getting added. Either it's getting added over here at most, or is getting an element is getting added over here. So there are n elements getting added to our heap or the queue we have. And to be exact, like when we add an element to our queue, we need to do a heapification, which takes a log n time. So this particular adding element to our heap takes a log n time, and we are doing this addition to an at most of n number of times, n being the length of this courses array, right? Being the number of arrays to the like total number of courses we have. So the whole complexity of this particular question will be n log n. So you can see it's like pretty much optimized code we have over here. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope I can make you understand how this particular question can be solved. So hope you like this video and make sure you just subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Also, comment down if you have any questions or any doubts related to this particular video we have, like a particular solution you have. So I'll be happy to help you out in the comments as well. So thank you all for watching this video. Hope to see you soon in my next video as well.